What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eyebrow back to talk about The Walking Dead Season 8 mid-season finale, so episode 808 of The Walking Dead. Discussion at news and no spoilers for 808. Yes, no spoilers from a couple spoiler sites, and that's okay, but spoiler warning about the stuff that we do know, that we kind of hypothesize from the comics, from the news that has gone around, but no formal spoilers like we usually get for the episodes, and that's okay, not a big deal, but we'll talk about what we think will occur. But first, guys, if you can, hit that subscribe button to help us achieve our goal of 100,000 subscribers. Stay in the know, get the notifications, because we post stuff all the time, pretty regularly, about The Walking Dead and other content. But let's talk about it a little bit. So, Carl and Michonne, we know that Negan is outside of Alexandria and they attack Alexandria. From the comics, from the sneak peeks, from the information going around over the summer, the unconfirmed stuff about Carl, Alexandria is going to be attacked. Right here, we saw the explosions filmed at like 3 o'clock in the morning over the summer. It was pretty awesome. I wasn't there myself, but I would have loved to have been there. So the church gets bombed based on the explosion right there. That's on the church in Alexandria right there. Pretty awesome stuff. 2 buildings get bombed. Is it grenades? Is it just like that in the comics? But there's the aftermath of that. We'll probably see that at the end of 808, 809, and in the second half of season 8. There's a fire set on the bush and how they put it together with the movie magic and the TV magic, but the steeple's gone. And then you see here, 2 houses were bombed, just like in the comics. They were the abandoned houses, they say in the comics, so no one dies in that. But there is another explosion. May happen on the show, happens in the comic with Carl, Rick, and Andrea. Andrea would be replaced by Michonne. There's the 2 abandoned houses again. Pretty awesome shot. We'll see how it goes down. Major damage. The solar panels get damaged. We talked about this in another video, but you know, there's going to be shocking moments in the mid-season finale. What do you think is going to be shocking? This would be pretty shocking if this happened. Someone loses a leg like Heath does in the comics. Does Heath come back? Does Daryl lose a leg? I doubt someone loses a leg because of the CGI budget. Carl's not going to lose a leg. Carl is the one that's been rumored to die. Does he get injured? Does he get stabbed? I don't know. We don't know 100%. That's been unconfirmed. And we just got to wait till Sunday, which is all right. But I think it's going to be a shocking moment with somebody in Alexandria, one of the survivors. And it could definitely be Carl. We could get this. And then the episode ends. Then we got to wait till February to find out the answer. So it's going to probably be a little cliffhanger, a big cliffhanger, a medium-sized cliffhanger with Carl being something like this, maybe bleeding, maybe stabbed, maybe something. But Carl turns out to be okay in the comics. He's still alive today. And will it be the same or not? I don't know, but there's going to be something big about it. Now, some information about the kingdom being attacked would be very different than the comic if the kingdom actually gets attacked, is that this right here on Instagram, someone had this awesome picture of Fort McPherson, Tyler Perry Studios, is where they filmed the Kingdom episodes at, and it looks to be under attack. Pretty awesome stuff. We see Carol for like 2 seconds in the trailer, but we see Ezekiel in the promo pics, you know, still in the theater with the chain for Shiva, being very sad. So I would assume the Kingdom gets attacked. The Scavengers, I don't know what's going to happen with them. I don't think anything big happens with them. I don't think they die. I don't think that's a big moment with them. I think Rick gets shot at and then they make their way back. They escape. But Rick's under attack right outside of the sanctuary. Not sure how he gets back or how he gets out of it if they attack the sanctuary and actually get inside. But Rick will eventually get back to Alexandria. I'm not sure what happens with Jadis and them, but I don't think they die this episode. Rick gets back. I would assume this is after some of the explosions at Alexandria based on the smoke, and just looks to me like that. We have Jesus and Maggie and some of the Hilltop people going somewhere. I assume they get back to Alexandria and help Rick and them who are under attack, because the kingdom is worn down, and if they're getting attacked, they're stuck. But Maggie, Jesus, and some of the other Kingdomers and Hilltop people that were there, like Eduardo and Diane and whatever, you know, those people are going somewhere. There's a tree in the road. We still don't know what it is. Is it going to be good, bad? Did Dwight set it up to talk to them, to redirect them to go back to Alexandria or something? Or is it a setup to be attacked? Maggie says it's them in the trailer, in the sneak peek, and then it cuts off and we don't know who it is. Is it Dwight? Is it the Saviors? Is it Simon? Is it someone? I don't know exactly, but I would assume Maggie and them eventually get back to Alexandria to help Daryl and them, because Daryl, I don't know if he's not going to lose his leg. We saw pictures of him filming later on this season, and he's got his legs. Unless it would be CGI, that would just be too much to happen. And I don't think anything actually happens to Daryl or Michonne. They're clearly talking about the plan, if it worked or not. Why wouldn't they see it through, though? Why would they go so far away and go back to Alexandria? I don't know. But Rick and Carl are walking back. I said it before in another episode. It's callback season. We're going to see the callback stuff, even to episode 1 of season 1 and season 8, episode 1 here. The same clothes, the same stuff, them walking down the street with the gas can. It's going to be some callbacks, and I think it's going to be continuing for the rest of the season, definitely in the mid-season finale. But we're going to go have a little time jump here back and forth, which should be good. We'll see how it's connected. But let's talk about who's at Alexandria at the time of the attack. Michonne, Carl, Judith, Rosita, Tobin, Scott. I guess that's Daryl. I'm not sure. There's Tara. It's probably Tara right there. But Daryl, Rosita, Judith. I think that's all the people that are there at Alexandria at the time of the attack. So what are the shocking moments? Does someone die? Does someone get wounded? Is it a cliffhanger? I doubt anything happens to them. Maybe Tara. Something happens with Tara. Maybe Judith. People are talking about Tara and Judith and Carl. Something happens with getting wounded. Something has to happen. It's got to be a shocking moment. To me, it just makes more sense that it happens with Carl. And they're really pushing the shocking moments will happen in the episode. Probably towards the end of the episode, because it's 90 minutes. So it's be about an hour, 55 minutes or so probably of content. But Carl, I would assume, gets wounded, and then it cuts off, and we don't know if he lives or dies, and we got to wait. Enid and Aaron are not going to be there around there, so they're going to Oceanside. Do they make it to Oceanside? And I just think it's a little premature while they're going to Oceanside, but they are. You know, Oceanside's coming back in the fold, which would be pretty awesome in the second half of season 8. But the other thing we talk about in another recent video is who is this shadowy figure that comes right there? Who is that person? Is it Eugene? Is it Dwight? Is it Walker Eric? Is it Heath? Is it Sherry? Is it Random Savior? Is it Oceanside themselves? Are they right outside Oceanside? I would love for it to be Heath, even though Scott Gimple said that it's highly unlikely that it could occur. That doesn't mean it's out of the question, but it could be. And do we see why Rick is crying here? Or do we got to wait to the second half of season 8, midway or to the end or the very end, while Rick is crying? Is it Judith? Is it Carl? Is it someone else getting wounded? Does he think someone's dead? And then we got to wait till February. We're going to have to wait to find out if someone's alive or dead or what the consequences of this are. It's going to be shocking. Like, I'm going to need a second to process what I just saw, and then it's going to hit you. And I would assume that it's going to be Carl. I just don't know what else it could be. Maybe Judith, but she's a baby. I wouldn't want to see that. Carl's going to be in rough shape. They're really highlighting him a lot. So my money would be on Carl. Could be wrong. Could be Judith, even though that would be terrible. But what do you think it is, guys? Post your comments below. What do you make of it? Huge death news is what the word was going around. If you want to see more about that, talking about the unconfirmed information and putting 2 and 2 together, because there are no spoilers going around from the big spoiler groups. But we'll see. I'm kind of liking the no spoilers. We can just watch the episode for what it is. So I know we want to know, and we just got to wait a little bit longer to see what happens and what goes down with Carl, Judith, Rick, Michonne, Tara, Daryl, somebody. So post your comments below, guys. Anyone on Twitter, Instagram, give me a follow at the PT channel. We post stuff there all the time. Walking Dead community page on Facebook. We got a group and a page, the PT channel page. Walking Dead mystery boxes page, a lot of different stuff going around. Walking Dead mystery boxes, 38 bucks, free shipping. Try to make it as specific as we can for you. Here's some of the things. If you see anything there, like lighters and stuff like that too, we got some cool stuff. I'll personally make the box for you guys, and I'll put some surprises in there for it, so you'll get more than 6 to 7 things. You'll get a couple more extra things. Fight for Us, my book series, it's going strong. 4 books available now. I'm going to be selling some of these prints pretty soon, so we'll be figuring out what to do. It won't have the PT channel to be a clear thing. I can put it with the name or without it. We'll make it work for you guys. There's my book series right there, the 4 books. The Beginning, Reunited, Refuge, and Conquered. Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, Kindle versions. Thanks, guys.